It's time for the second episode of the Phil1Up Podcast. In today's episode, we talk to Scorpio Caesar about action figures, toys, and more. Get ready to one-up your collection. Let's do it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you are here. Today we have Scorpio Caesar in the house, and we are going to have a podcast dedicated to toys, action figures, collectibles. I'm so excited for this, and I am so glad to have you on, Caesar. So, man, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your channel. Let the people know who are subscribed that don't know about you.
What's up, Philip? Thanks for having me on. I really do appreciate you asking me to be a part of this podcast.
My pleasure. Yeah.
So, my name is Scorpio Caesar, everyone. Sometimes I'm called Scorpio Caesar, but either way you say it, it doesn't really matter. I've been on YouTube since 2009, 2010, originally covering video games, then transitioning into action figures with my main channel, Scorpio Caesar, while also separating the two and branching off to start anew with video games at the Scorpio Caesarcade. And if anybody has to follow the figure channel, it'll be on Scorpio Caesar, video games at the Scorpio Caesarcade. So, two channels, not enough time to dedicate to both of them, but I do my best.
And there will be links in the description, of course, to his channel and social media pages, because you're going to want to follow him. He's awesome. He's got some really cool content. Probably one of the recent video series he's doing I like is the holographic game covers. Those are so cool. I know my favorite one of those was the first two Darksider games. I love the holographic covers for those. Those are so neat. So yeah, definitely check that out. He does a lot of cool toy pickups. You want to check that out too. But to kick this off, I'm gonna talk about a few things. Let the people know what got you into figure collecting.
Well, growing up, toys have always been a big part of my life. I grew up with Ninja Turtles. I grew up with Jurassic Park. I grew up with the Kenner line of toys from the first two movies, even the third movie. I started collecting wrestling figures when I was in my teen years. And then I started buying like sexy statues of certain video game girls, which I still have around in certain areas. I don't collect them as much anymore because they're pretty pricey. And but I still collect some anime figures here and there, and we'll get to that. So many figures and toys. What really got me into collecting action figures was mostly the SH Monster Arts line of Godzilla figures.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
The high-end adult collectibles and fully articulated, those were like, why didn't they have these when I was a kid? You see, a big Godzilla fan growing up, so I had the pleasure of growing up with the Trendmasters line of Godzilla toys back in the early 90s. So to see these fully sculpted and like pretty much one-to-one with the actual suits that they use in the movies, I was like, I want one of those. So I bought one of them, and I was like, that's all I'm going to get because these are pretty pricey figures. And now I pretty much have a good majority of them now. So the rabbit hole I went down.
You can't just buy one figure and stop. It doesn't stop at one. You're roped in for life.
Exactly. I'm looking at it right now, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, if I ever plan to sell any of these, I'm going to make a killing.
Just to talk a little bit about growing up with toys. For me, I was so addicted to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at that time. Being a 90s kid, everybody was, just like when Power Rangers came around. I remember the toys back then. Like, they had no articulation. You could move the arm up like this, and you could maybe move the leg, but the leg was always bent at the knee. And I went into a Walmart recently, and I saw the throwback version of the same toys I had as a kid. And back then they were like $3, right? Now they're like $10 and more. And I'm like, that's the same toy. They just rebought out the same toy again. But nostalgic will make you pay for it. I kind of thought about getting those, but I was like, nah, because these are in the blister packs and there's no way to like get them out without tearing up the artwork, and I don't want to spend all this money just to have them hang on a hanger. I was like, nope, I'm gonna stick with my NECA Turtles. I'm not gonna be tempted by those. And then I saw that they were going to bring back the transforming baby to turtle figures. And I thought,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to buy those because those were so cool when I was a kid. But yeah, action figures, toys, it's come a long way. There's so much of it all the time now. It's like comic books. How do you keep up? Or video games. So speaking of that, how do you keep up with the toys and the video games at the same time?
To get there's got to be a balance in there, and it's failed me, man. Like I couldn't do both. I tried my best, but while I was collecting figures from the 2017 to say around 2020, I was focused on just the figures, and it was a little more doable back then because they're not outrageously priced like they are now, which we'll get to. But I was able to do it consistently while not buying video games. I didn't restart rebuilding the game wall until probably 2021, 2022. And it was because all my games got messed up in the apartment fire. When all the water came down, all those cases, manuals, all those boxes were all damaged. It was it was a gut punch. And I just kind of looked at what I had left in a binder and I'm just like, I don't think I can do this again. Uh, and I went back and forth, and eventually I was just like, you know what? I think I want to do this again. you know.
Um,
And then as I started buying more games, I've noticed the prices on the figures were going up, and I was just like, I can't do both. So I have to have some type of happy medium. Right now, the focus is on the video games, but here and there, I am picking up little figures to add to my collection, whether they be on the game wall or whether they be in my actual collection of high-end figures. But those are a little harder to come by because of how expensive they are.
yeah.
So,
For me, I kind of went when I was growing up, I didn't really have a lot of money, which I've said before.
mhm,
So I was lucky. My mom got me a $3 Ninja Turtle or a little Power Ranger. And for video games, it was mostly my uncle. He would buy a lot of these expensive games, and I would get to play them when he would come down. So when I started getting my own money, I went a little crazy and I went hard on the PS4, which is back there.
mhm.
And I kind of wish I would have went more for the retro stuff. But then I saw like Dragon Ball toy line, like the SH Figuarts, and I was like, oh, these are so much better than those crappy little Dragon Ball toys they used to have that you couldn't do anything with. And their faces looked so weird. It looked like they were about to take a poop and get stabbed in the butt at the same time. They're like, and I'm
Feel like
like,
constipated.
yes, that's so awful. I still have a Gohan figure that looks like that. And I was like, did
Oh,
he just
jeez.
get it from behind? Because that looks awful. His face is horrifying. But man, I got really crazy. I was like buying figures, I was buying video games, and it seems more like lately it's I'll buy some figures and I'll buy some games, but I'm really wanting to focus more on the retro side of stuff, buy one or two titles here and there, and
Same.
then pretty much when it comes to collecting figures, it's mostly NECA Ninja Turtles and Dragon Ball figures. But I have dipped in a few other pre-orders lately, so I got to be careful. I got to be careful because some of them are pricey, and the figure guy I use, he don't really charge till it's about ready to ship. So you could
Mhm.
put up a pre-order with him and then forget about it, and then like, oh, 4 pre-orders are ready for you to pay, and I'm like, uh, I got a penny and some belly button lint. Is that enough?
The Big Bad Toy Store website is the same. You'll pre-order it and have like a bunch of them on pre-order, and then all of a sudden you get the email pre-order processing soon, and you're gonna see a little later on. I got hit real hard in the nuts with one of them. I tell you that
Oh
much.
gosh, oh gosh, yeah.
And
I
it
will
wasn't
say
cancelable either.
I will say I'm so thankful for PayPal's Pay in Four because that's the way I pay for like premium Bandai figures and such because it's like they're taking your money up front, but why should you have to do without all of that in one go? I'd rather stretch that over 4 payments every 2 weeks or something because that's a little bit more feasible for me. But yeah, man, figures are just getting way too expensive. Some of them used to be like in the 40-50 dollar range, and now they're going up to like the $80 range. It's getting crazy. So how
Mhm.
has your collecting habits changed over the years? I know at mine, I'm starting to wonder if I think it's gotten more out of control than more tame. So what about you?
Yeah, it's like I said before, it's kind of evolved in a way. There are times where I go through phases with certain franchises, like just the other year, I was going through a Power Ranger kick again, and I just started buying up every Lightning collection figure that I can. And now I look at that collection, and I'm just like, do I really need all these guys? I mean, I've only really watched Mighty Morphin growing up, so do I really need like the in space Rangers and, as well? So I'm just looking at them now, and I'm like, I wonder how much I could make off those and put towards the game wall. I've noticed that lately. I've been looking at some of the figures in my collection that I've bought, and I'm like, what's my emotional connection to this figure?
Yeah.
What's my emotional connection to this character? Do I need two different versions or two variants of the same figure, which very minor like paint details that are changed, or can I get rid of one and put that towards something else? So that's how things have been changing a little bit around here. I still have a huge collection of figures, but I'm trying to weed out some of the fluff, more or less.
Yeah, I feel the same way when it comes to video games. It's like, what is my attachment to this game? Is this a game that I really love? Because I know, like, probably on your shelf, on my shelf, there's probably some games and there was like, this is kind of dookie, but I bought it anyways. And the figures, I didn't really dip into the Lightning collection. I see a lot of them. But I've really been looking at for Power Rangers. I keep eyeballing the Super 7 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because they look so good. The two
Mhm.
different heads of both actors and actresses that play them, and then all these accessories from specific episodes that just look so cool. And I'm like, oh man, I'd really like these, but it's like $60 a pop for one of them. And I'm like, that is really hard to swallow. But they are the best looking I've seen with the actor's face. Like it just
Yeah,
looks so cool, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna break down and buy those, and because it's just it's perfect. Like they even have the putties that have the like baseball or football jersey from that one episode where they fought some
yeah.
kind of like sports enemy.
Hmm.
And that's really cool. And then I've started looking at Transformers Beast Wars figures again, and I'm like, because I still have my Trans Metal Cheetor from when I was a kid. And
Oh
I'm like,
damn.
oh man, oh no, 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 you can't do the Transformers. Come on, Philip. You gotta stop. You're gonna get crazy. So I don't know. I may have to chill out on the games and dip more into the figures. And because that's how it feels like it goes. It's like I'll dip more into games and then I'll slowly dip into figures. But I would also like to get back to comics in some Blu-ray movies. I think the last Blu-ray movie I bought was Dragon Ball superhero movie on Blu-ray because I saw it at Walmart. But other than that, I haven't bought no movies in forever. So yeah. But when it comes to your collecting figures, what are some YouTubers or content creators that kind of influenced you, or channels that you would recommend for people to check out that do a great job with figures?
There's five channels I would like to mention here because these are the guys that I've subscribed to and pretty much just follow them and their opinions only. Pretty much when it comes to like some of these guys I'm actually friends with and I've collabed with before. First off, I would like to mention Steven's Toy Reviews. He covers Kaiju, he covers Ninja Turtles, he covers
Ooh.
Dragon Ball, he covers Pokemon anime, and more,
I'm
as
gonna
he
check
says
him
in his
out.
intro. Definitely check him out because I think you're going to like his content, especially because of the turtles that he's going to cover soon. He's actually planning on doing some of those, and he has done some in the past already. So Steven's Toy Reviews is one of them. Another one who is kind of like a jack of all trades. He covers pretty much everything he can get his hands on, whether it be Godzilla, Ultraman, dinosaurs, Transformers,
Ooh.
and Ninja Turtles. Like he even did like Animaniac figure recently reviews. So his name is Ultrazilla, and he's a good friend of mine, Sal, and he's fantastic. Definitely check Ultrazilla out when you get the chance. I think you're gonna like his content too, especially the Transformer stuff.
Mhm.
So another one I'm friends with that I've collabed with before, just recently with the Nintendo nostalgic video was the Super Mariozilla. And Vinny covers Kaiju, he covers Dragon Ball, he also covers Marvel figures as well. So if you're into like the whole SH Fig Arts Marvel Cinematic Universe line, definitely check him out because he does great reviews on those.
I bought a few recently.
Oh,
Uh,
those don't you're going down that rabbit hole too?
well, I had to get. I don't even know where they are right now. There's so much crap everywhere. I don't even know where they are. Oh, they're up there. That's where they are. I'll have to pull them down. I'll have to get them. But continue.
So the other one I would like to mention is Diego Doom. I love Diego Doom's content. He does really nice cinematic reviews on kaiju, mostly Godzilla and Ultraman figures, and his content is absolutely fantastic. And also, I would like to mention, last but not least, the Geek Chest. I don't know if you ever heard of Steve and Arnaz. Yeah, their content is hilarious. It's usually the team of Steve and Arnaz. They cover anime, pop culture stuff, aliens, predators, Godzilla, Kaiju, Ultraman, and all that good stuff. So all of those channels I've been following for the past few years. Like I said, I've interacted with them in the past. I, sometimes chat with them on a daily basis, but we all tend to cover kind of the same content. So we kind of like to bounce off each other in terms of ideas, especially the first three that I mentioned. So definitely check those out, Phil, if you're looking for any reviews,
Yeah,
figures that
might have
you're looking
to see
forward
if I
to.
can get them on the channel sometime. It would be really cool. I talked in privately in Twitter. It'd be really cool to do a podcast like with all these toy creators in the community, just all get together and show off new toy pickups, and maybe like a monthly a monthly podcast where we show all our toy pickups for the month
Mm-hmm.
together on a live or something. It would be so cool. So that's definitely something to think about. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check out their content, and everybody, you'll have to check it out too. I will make sure I get links for those channels from Scorpio and put them down in the description of the video so you can go to their channel too, because they sound like some pretty great people. But I do have to say, I have never seen Ultraman. I see all those figures and I'm like, they look cool. They look like a Power Ranger character, but I don't know what the hell that is. Just like Common Rider, I never got into that. I think there was like a brief one season of it, Americanized. It was like some boy
Yes,
from space, and he turned
from
into a
Antigua.
giant bug on a motorcycle. And I'm like, I don't know
Oh,
what the
that's
heck.
Common Rider.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the hell this is, but they made it like an English version. The only one I
Kamen
remember
Rider, yeah.
is Mystic Knights of Tirnaga. I wish that would come back. That was so cool. Big Bad Beetleborgs. I wish those would come back. I'd love new figures of those. And Superhuman Samurai, I think it was, or Superhuman Cyber Samurai, something like that. I remember those three, and that's it. Like that's it. Everything
You brought
else.
me way back, man. You mentioned Mystic Knights of Tyranno. I remember seeing the ads for that and like catching episodes here and there, and I'm just like, there's this big, bulky, brolic yellow dude in armor, and I remember having his like McDonald's toy, and there was a gold knight in that show with a
Yeah.
red shield that when you would like play with the gimmick on him, his shield would spark.
Oh
From
wow,
McDonald's, those toys.
that's
Oh
cool,
my god! And then
dude.
Beetleborgs. God.
Dude, I actually have two of the action figures from Mr. Matsunaga. I have the red Knight of Fire and that skull purple dude that looked like freaking oh my gosh, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Skeletor. He looks like Skeletor. And I have him. I have both of those from Mystic Knights. I wish I would have got the full set. Before I show figures, I do want to talk about a few things in the community right now. So there is this people are quite upset when it comes to Premium Bandai, and I've seen people are really upset about Metal Cooler because his pre-order just recently went up, and he's $120 on Premium Bandai before tax and shipping. Factoring tax and shipping, he's going to come to about 140, and he's only 6 inches. And they just recently, not long ago, had full power fourth form cooler. He's much bigger. He was $80. And they're saying, well, because it has some metal plating or like metal colors on him, and that's why chrome something. And I'm like, but people are just so angry about the price and they're so upset about it. And then I see other people, aside from that, they're always complaining about a figure is going to Premium Bandai. Why can't it be at retail stores? Why can't it be here or there? And I kind of understand that to a point for people in other countries who don't have access to Premium Bandai, so they miss out on a lot of the figures. But then I think about the NECA side of things when it comes to the Ninja Turtles. They're always doing weird distributions between like Target with some holothon event or
Yeah.
some loot crate nonsense where you don't get the figure for like 3 years and
Mm-hmm.
other issues instead of selling directly through the NECA store with an open pre-order, which is much easier. So I'm a little torn. Like, okay, I get it. You don't like Premium Bandai, but at least it's open pre-order. The figure is there. You can use pay and inform PayPal to break up the payments if you don't want to pay it all up front. It's much
Mm-hmm.
better than having to try to toy hunt and waste your gas driving around, hoping you find the figure at Walmart or Target, only to find out the employees have taken the figures and put it behind a closed doors and told you, oh, we don't have it, so they can buy it and then scalp it later after they got their employee discount. So, I mean, the grass is always greener on another side. I guess there's pros and cons to both. But if it was up to me, I would have open pre-orders on stores, because I live in an area where I would have to drive hours to get to a Target, Best Buy, GameStop.
Yeah,
I can't toy hunt. And who wants to drive around wasting gas on their days off or their free time to try to find toys when you don't even know it's going to be there?
that's why I don't do it anymore, because first of all, gas is expensive as it is.
Yes.
Why would I waste my gas trying to go to Walmart, which is like 40 minutes away, or Target an hour away, just to be disappointed when I could just order it online?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's honestly what killed a lot of my figure collecting, is the way these retailers and these companies distribute these figures. Like, it's like they're going out of their way to make it more difficult when they could be
Mm-hmm.
making it easier so that everybody can get this stuff.
Yeah.
But no, they want to make things limited. They want to like charge ridiculous premiums on their own premium websites, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a buzzkill, honestly. And it's the reason why my figure channel's barely gotten any content recently, because I haven't bought the latest Aliens and Predators from NECA. Their prices have like doubled and tripled since I started the channel. It's sad. It's just kind of depressing, but that's just how the world we live in now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really sad. I've noticed when it comes to fig arts, I think they used to be I have the very first Vegito release. His joints are really bad. It looks really awful. It almost looks like a bootleg figure.
Yeah,
But
I
I
know.
think
I
that
have
was
that
like a
one too.
$40 figure, $30 or $40 figure back then. And now for like a standard fig arts, it's like 60 before the tax and the shipping. And for one of the bigger figures, it's like pushing 80. And then they also do some egregious stuff with like the superhero movie where Gohan's accessories are packed in with other $60, $70 figures, so you don't get his Super Saiyan form or his glasses with the turban unless you buy these other two characters that you don't really care about.
Hmm.
I hate that. I think that's really wrong. And then you see other toy companies saying, "Oh, we're going to come out with a more cheaper line of figures," like Square Enix with their Bring Arts. As you know, they used to have Play Arts Kai, and they were
Hmm.
so expensive. So they came out with Bring
Hmm.
Arts and they said, this is going to be our $50 to $60 figure line. Well, now those damn things are pushing over 100. And then the Play Arts Kai have jumped to like a $200 figure. And I've seen some of the sets with like Cloud and a motorcycle, and it's like $300, $400. I'm like, are you kidding me? For an action figure? And by the way, I think the Bring Arts and the Play Arts line is complete shit. I have gotten
Oh,
so many of those figures and their joints are bad. The paint job is bad. I bought a Halloween Town Play Arts Sora that
mhm.
had the left foot on the right leg, so he could not stand right. And then I got my replacement, and the paint was scuffed, and
Yeah.
then some of it wasn't filled in all the way. And then I got other figures where the arm falls off, or I bought the Xenogears figures because I absolutely love that PS1 game,
Mhm.
and they're so crap. Like they're just really bad. Like
I
it's mm-hmm.
I bought the 2B second release of 2B, the Bring Arts. I was so hyped for it. I got it. It was small and it was a piece of crap. It came with
uh,
all these accessories that I had no idea what I was going to do with. And it ended up being on one of my top 10 most disappointing figures of the year videos. And I ended up selling it and getting just a statue of 2B, which is much better, by the way,
yeah.
and for half the price.
You know what's interesting about that? There was I love Kingdom Hearts. Well, I'm kind of mixed now after some of the games, but
Mhm.
they came out with an SH Figuarts line of Kingdom Hearts figures from KH2.
Mm.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, a few little other ones before it was canned.
Damn.
Namco Bandai did such an amazing job with that line, but because Square Enix wanted to release their own figure line,
Yep.
Bring Arts, they axed it. And the Bring Arts line sucks ass compared to, like, my King Mickey has
Hmm.
his Kingdom Keyblade with an actual chain on the Keyblade. But
Yeah.
Bring Arts Sora figures, no chain. It's like a hard plastic that can easily snap.
Oh.
Hard and brittle. By the way, some of his Keyblades had parts falling off that I had to glue in. And my Xenogears Wall Tail robot, the you know how it has the peg in the arm where you could swap out the hands? Yeah,
Yeah.
the peg was not glued in. at all, so I could not swap hands. I had to get super glue and peg it in myself and fix it so I could swap his hands. It's like, I've got to fix these figures myself. Why the hell am I buying them from Square Enix? It's just, no.
Their Bring Arts line is absolute garbage, and it's sad that they have the rights to the Dragon Quest series, or they own it basically. But it's sad that the figures, the articulated ones for Dragon Quest, are relegated to the Bring Arts line, because there were so many characters that I wanted to own, and I refused to do it because it's the Bring Arts line.
Yeah. I would love to get Final Fantasy IX's Beatrice and Vivi, but I know the quality is ass. Hey, you know, it's funny. Good Smile puts out Nindoroid of some of the Square Enix characters, and I would just rather get those because Nindoroids are pretty damn awesome. And they're small, they're compact, they don't take up a lot of space. The Breath of the Wild Link I have, dude, I have him dual wielding a giant club and an axe off of his little cute chibi horse in mid jump. It looks so badass. Like, so badass, because I could pose him and do all that cool stuff with it. I would rather have that than deal with Square Enix Direct. So let's show off some figures. So why don't you go first?
Well, right on. So let's see what I got here. This one I shared on Instagram recently, so this might not be a surprise if you have Instagram. I found Peach at Walmart.
Ooh.
Super Mario Brothers movie, standout character for me. I was really happy with how they handled her, and I had to own a Peach. I don't have a Peach figure actually, so I figured might as well pick up the one from the movie because I was absolutely in love with her. And Anya Taylor-Joy did a fantastic job.
Is the paint job on that really good?
This one is actually pretty good. Yeah, I like what they did here. It's pretty simple. I like they also did with these Mario movie figures is that the eyes have this kind of glass layer over them, so it kind of looks like their eyes are kind of following you when you move them around. So it's really interesting how they did that, and it was a pretty cool effect. This is from the Jack Pacific line, so I have Bowser ready for that one. And
I saw the Bowser. The Bowser looks really cool, and that one kind of sold out, and people were kind of buying it up really quickly because the cool things you could do with it. I'm really hoping some of the bigger, more expensive toy lines dip into the Mario movie license and put out some cool stuff like SH Figuarts or Figmas or something like that, because it would be cool. Like, they could do so many cool stuff with those characters.
I'm pretty sure they will. Maybe SH Figuarts would most likely do some more of those.
Okay, so I will show off a figure here, and I recently got this. This is my first Spider-Man figure. This is the No Way Home version. So he doesn't have his unmasked head, but he does have some additional accessories and different eye colors. So that's pretty cool. What about you? Anything else?
I got this one with some credit from Big Bad Toy Store. This is like, I'm going in tiers now. So this is like C tier, but this is still pretty cool to have. Iggy Koopa from the 4-inch Jack's Pacific line. I love Iggy. I think he's fantastic. He's one of my favorite characters to use in Mario Kart Deluxe, 8 Deluxe. So like, I need a Koopaling. So
the paint looks really good. I might need to start looking into some of those. Those look great.
These are fantastic, and for their price, they're like maybe $10 each.
Really?
More or less.
Yeah. My only problem is if I want to open it to play with it, I have to damage the package. I'd rather they use packages like this so you can put it back in than those. I mean, I still like that because it's old style and it's old, you can hang it, but man, you don't want to open it because you damage the packaging. Like,
I'm sorry to do this to you, Phil, but I'm about to open it for you.
No!
Fly my camera. Open your figures and play them, man. Play with them. Look at them. Look at them. He's freaking awesome. Come on,
his
Phil.
his eye work is so great.
Isn't it? Yes. Like, he looks like me after I drink 3 cups of coffee during the day. Like, this is me, man.
Oh my gosh, this is so great.
Open your figures. That's what they're for.
Open your damn figures. Okay.
Open them up.
So this next one, I am so happy to have. Come on. We love our Toby. Our Toby. Yeah.
Yes. That's my Spider-Man. That's my Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire will always be my Spider-Man.
Oh man.
Andrew Garfield is cool and everything, and Tom Holland is great, but Tobey Maguire will always be my Spider-Man.
Dude, I'm looking at the face. Oh, they did such a great job on the paint job. He looks just like Tobey. That's so great. That's
sweet.
Check out Scorpio Caesar's Figuring Game channel.
Alien Day 2023.
Here's a
and originally
sneak
I didn't have a video planned for you, but I figured why not do this one for my top 10 NECA alien figures of all time. Just a heads up, we're not including the Xenomorph Queen because that would be obvious. Everybody puts that in their #1 spot. and we're not including the human figures either. So without further ado, let's get into the top 10, starting with number 10.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We had to have a short little break, but we are here to talk and show off more cool action figures. So, you want to go first? You want to show more figures?
Okay, so I'm going to go within the three then. So let's drop the anime one. Let's show off this one. This is a B tier one. I didn't know about this one until I saw it on Big Bad Toy Store, and I have to get them because I don't have any DK merch. And check this out.
Oh, dude, that is cool.
This, I had no idea this guy even existed. He popped up for pre-order, and before I knew it, I had pre-ordered him, and he was already ready to ship. And this is sick. I absolutely love this rare version. You know, the original Donkey Kong Country look from DK.
I can't get that song out of my head. The DQ.
Another one. Jack Specific once again. You know, they kick butt with these figures. So yeah, I'm excited to open this bad boy up, but yeah, I'm looking forward to finding room for him because I'm running out of room. Like I said.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So mine is totally not Nintendo based, but it will make you go bananas if you play it. So yeah. Elden Ring figure.
Oh, Elden Ring. That's the figure arts.
Yeah.
I've yet to play Elden
Ring. Cool, really cool figure. Yeah, he has a really neat special effect. I really love SH Figure Arts. Man, they make some so cool figures. Some really awesome
figure arts line is one of the best.
Yes.
They only get better with time.
Yeah. I've been seeing their high-end Gundam figures, the ones that have like paint and posability, and I'm like, not the model kits ones, but I mean the actual ones, and like a couple $100, and I'm like, I want it, but I shouldn't want it.
The robot spirits, I think it is.
Yes, I think it's robot spirits and then metal robot spirits. Like, oh my goodness, they look so good.
It is incredible. I've yet to play Elden Ring, but I'm surprised that Figma didn't jump on that because I think it was Figma that released the Bloodborne figure.
Yeah, I actually want to get those, and then they had really cool pre-order bonuses, like really neat stands if you pre-ordered it, and I didn't pre-order them, but I want to get the Hunter Bloodborne figure and then Lady Maria, and then they also had pre-orders for Demon's Souls remakes of the Maiden Black. I'm gonna have to get her, and the Fluid Knight armor set. Kind of want to get that too, and I'm like, oh man, because I love From Software. I love Elden Ring. If I could have all of their games in my collection, I would, but that's not possible because, like I said, one of their games is a $600 PS2 title that I'm unfortunately never gonna have, and it's one of my bucket list games. That is Kuon. It is such a badass game. Yes, it's like Onimusha meets Fatal Frame in a way to me. Yeah, so I really think that game is cool. But let's show off another figure. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit here, and this figure is actually not mine. I do have it in my collection now, but this is for my friend when we have a visit. Yeah.
Oh, Shredder from TMNT 2.
Yeah. I love the window box pattern. Just open it up and boom. All the
I needed that one, man. Yeah. I love his purple outfit.
Oh, yes.
His like serrated helmet.
Yes. That is for her.
Where'd you get that one?
I bought that direct from NECA, believe it or not, because they need to sell all their figures direct. I bought it. And then I also have another cool NECA package I bought directly from them. If you thought that one is cool, this one is even better. But that is the last one I'm saving because it's truly special. And it is also hers. I bought her one of those and then one of that. Of course, she paid for it, but it was like we live only about an hour away from each other. And it's like, why buy it on your account and then pay shipping? Let's just... you give me the money, I will pay it for you, and then we could split the shipping cost in half. Yeah. Because and then when she comes down for a visit or something, I can just give it to her.
Scratch my back.
So, yeah. So it's a way we can help each other out. So yeah, but what other figures you got to show us?
All right, so this one was so happy to actually have some actual like figure of this character from this series. This is the Good Smile Company's Pop-Up Parade line,
Ooh,
which
yeah,
is a
that's a good one.
fantastic line of affordable statues that look fantastic and they're a great size. Check this out. Phoenix Wright,
Oh,
Ace
dude.
Attorney. Dude, I
Objection!
cannot believe this is. He's even doing the whole objection pose too. Like, I cannot wait to have this displayed on the game wall because the Ace Attorney series is one of my favorite games series of all time, and to actually have a figure, a statue of Phoenix Wright, come on, man! It took him this long to do it.
That is so
So
cool.
good.
My friend, he ordered a couple of those pop-up parades, and he ordered what was it? The Berserk Guts pop-up parade. I think it was pop-up parade XL. And
Yeah.
it actually has an LED thing in it you could put in his head, but it's like one of those weird Japanese LED things. It's really expensive to import, but the statue looks phenomenal. I've been meaning to get a couple of those myself. I've been looking at some of the waifu statues when it comes to pop-up parade, and I'm
I've
like,
been buying up a bunch of those waifu statues from Pop Up Parade, and they're really good.
yeah.
So,
So
which ones
yeah.
have you been looking at?
A couple of fairy tale babes, and of course, my waifu for laifu, Albedo from Overlord. She is just,
Oh
oh
yeah.
my gosh.
You see, I've never watched the anime, but I want her Pop Up Parade because of just how cool she looks.
Oh, please, just, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a little bad of me, but please sit on my face.
Yeah, seriously. Speaking
Speaking of setting on your face, here's another figure that's setting on my face, but this one is still factory sealed. So we're gonna pop the seal on this, and we're gonna see what is inside here, and it's pretty cool. I actually recently just got this one, if I can get it out. But while I'm doing this, why don't you show off your next figure?
oh man, this one is a here's an anime. I'm just gonna show off the anime one while you're doing that. This is I don't know if you've watched Spy Family.
I have not yet.
This is Anya Forger with Bond, her pet dog,
Oh,
and this is a
cool.
Van Presto, another fantastic line of statues.
I used to have some of their older ones. I think I still do have a few around here somewhere.
Their older ones were good, but now they're like top notch, and for the price that they go for, like $26, forget about it. They're steal. I'm saving the last one for like the heavy.
Okay,
That one.
you're
Oh man.
you're gonna like this one. You might even be a little jelly. There a lot of women like really tall men, especially when they're horny.
No.
Oh,
And
man.
purple.
Yeah, in purple. He's a pimp.
Look at
He
that.
is a pimp, dude.
Second
form
form.
Frieza. Oh my gosh, he is a
That is
juggernaut.
his most intimidating form. I'm sorry. Everything after that was like either
Dude.
cool, but nothing came close to that. That was where he
Dude.
did his most. Like,
And the great thing about this is they can retool this to make a King Colt, and I hope they do because I like King Colt.
yeah, King Colt has the best Bruce, like the Bruce Falconer team theme.
Yes,
In my opinion,
dude,
I loved King Colt.
this is the
Too
first
bad
I'm
he didn't
looking
get
at
more.
this. Like, it looks so damn good. His face sculpt, like the paint job. Oh my gosh, this figure is just phenomenal looking. And I also have his third form on pre-order as well. I love when you
Oh,
buy
man.
from P Bandai, they ship it
Yeah.
in these shipper box. They put it in a box, but then it's always in the shipper. So if you want to
Yeah.
keep it nice and safe, and then the shipper actually has the title of whatever the figure is on there, it's so nice. And people will actually pay more for these figures if they come with a shipper box. The retail releases don't have a shipper
Yep.
box. So
I have. You would not believe how many of those brown shipper boxes I have stored in storage from the SH Monster Arts line and SH Figure Arts line of Ultraman and Godzilla's. Dude, I have like a stack of this, and I keep them because I know people like this brown shipper box, even though they're just for shipping.
yeah,
But
I think I got rid of some
All
of them, which I didn't, but yeah. Anyways, you're up
they're not
next.
necessary unless you're planning on selling them. Okay, this was the heavy, baby. Now, this was the third release of this figure, this statue.
Oh yeah.
And I originally missed out on the first two times it came up for pre-order. Then it went up for pre-order again. I decided I was going to pre-order both figures. I ended up having to cancel one of them because it was not a good time to get it. These figures are like $274 each.
Oh wow.
And if you put a pre-order down on Big Bad Toy Store, you have to put a deposit on it of like $20. That's non-refundable. So I missed out on the $20 for the other figure, but it's waifu. Big time. This is the Good Smile Company 1/7 scale Pyra.
Oh,
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This was a holy grail of mine. And when they told me that the pre-order was processing, I was like, can I even afford it? Not really. But they charged me anyways, and it was just like, you can't refund it. So I said, why not just send it to me, because I need this beauty in my collection.
Do you have the other one that goes with her?
No, I was just saying I canceled her because I could only afford one. Actually, I couldn't afford either. But I really wanted Pyra.
I really hope the pre-orders for the amiibos come back in stock, because the amiibos have the same pose.
Yeah, they will.
Back, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy with amiibo. I really like the way those statues look. They look phenomenal. They're gorgeous, and damn,
beautiful.
I would probably be looking at that statue way too damn long, if you know what I mean. Because the person that actually did the artwork for that game, he actually does hentai. He draws hentai characters. Yep. So
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's why they look so damn sexy.
Probably why I like the character so much, besides her personality.
She's definitely hentai level.
I love Pyra, and I love the Xenoblade Chronicles too. So when Max Factory was making this with Good Smile, I knew I missed out originally, but I couldn't fail again. So I
still may debate on getting those. They also make the Trails of Cold Steel statues, and I see those, and I'm like, man, these statues are really great, but it's like $200, pushing over $200. It's like, can we have like pop-up parades of these characters, just a more affordable version of them? Also, when it comes to the Falcom games, can we please have some Yeez merchandise? Like, what the fuck? Like, give
me a pop-up parade.
Give me some figures of Donna, my favorite Yeez character from Yeez 8. Seriously, give us some figures. Give us. Yes, please. I like. What do I have to do? I get it. Trails of Cold Steel is awesome. Legend of Heroes is awesome, but we need some Yeez in our lives. Yeah, say yes.
We definitely do. And no acrylic stand. I'm not talking about acrylic stands or pins. Give me a freaking statue I could put on my shelf and just stare at. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
The only statues I know they did of Yeez was like the goddess statue, which was like $300 something.
Oh yeah.
That's about it. But like, where's Adol? Where's all these other characters you met through all these games? You could make so much Yeez merchandise. You can make so many Yeez action figures. Dude, it could be like SH Figuarts Goku and Vegeta levels, where there's a new Goku and Vegeta figure every damn week, and you buy it anyways, even though you got 5 Gokus and 20 Vegetas.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing it right.
But speaking of Dragon Ball, because I'm not going to stop. I'm addicted. I got a really cool reprint of...
Oh, Android 16.
Yeah, nice. This is the special new color version. Now, it's still the same old mold, but the colors on this... Great. The colors on this is so impressive. It actually makes these old, like, 1.0 bodies look like 3.0 or 2.0, because the paint job is so damn good. And once again, Premium Bandai had this reprint up for order, and your boy got it. And that's what I'm saying. If it's open pre-order and I can do a pay in 4, I can get me a $70-$80 action figure and not sweat it, because I know I'm not going to have to pay it all in one go.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've used that pay in 4 option a little too often.
Yeah, I use that option.
It's a good option to have, though.
Do you have any more figures?
No, that's it, man. Pyra was the big one, the heavy.
Okay, so I got...
top that.
You want to see 3 more?
Sure.
Okay, so... Oh, this one is very big, too. What are some other figures that you're hoping to pick up, like some other pre-orders that you have?
I have so many pre-orders down on... I got the pop-up parade Edelgard from Fire Emblem 3 Houses, but I had to cancel that one because it came out at a bad time.
Oh, wow.
What else did I want to get? I want to get some more of those Mario movie figures. I kind of want to get the whole line of the Mario, Luigi, and Toad as well. And then whatever, like, Sonic characters I can get. Like, here I showed off Amy, and then I showed off Knuckles in my last Growing the Game Wall video.
Those look so good. You're gonna make me start investing in Jakks Pacific, man.
Do it. You know you want to do it.
I did see the Sonic Nintendoroid, and I thought that is so cute. I want that. I also
there's
saw
an underrated
I
Sonic
saw the
too.
Shantae one. That was cute. I wanted that. And then I also
I have that on
saw
pre-order.
I saw the Kelowna one and then the Kirby one, the 30th anniversary Kirby, and I was like, oh my gosh, please stop. I don't have room for all this.
I have pre-ordered both of those too.
Dude, I have not seen this to now, but oh my gosh, this box is so huge. Dude, that box is like, look how fat this box is.
Oh, that's sick.
Dude, it has
it comes with the
energy
the
effect.
aura effect,
Yes. Oh my goodness. And that's the new one.
Awesome.
They haven't put out, the other ones were just standard back, but these actually have like lightning attachments. So you can, dude, I hope they sell a bunch of those. Dude, this box is so cool. Like, oh my gosh, this Goku is so huge.
You're making me regret selling all my SH Figure Arts.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, this is pretty much all I buy.
But they've gotten so good now.
Yeah, they have. They really have. And I'm opening these for the first time. So I'm getting to see these with you guys. Makes it extra special because I've literally just been sitting on a lot of these for months. The newest one was the Frieza that I got. So
Second form?
Yes. Recently got that. Now I'm trying to get this one out.
How do you top that Goku? Though?
How do you top the Goku?
Yeah.
With a Goku lookalike.
Oh, Turles.
Yes, my boy Turles. Dude. I wish I would have got Raditz. He was one of my favorites too.
I just love how big and bulky those two Saiyans are. Like,
he's so like, dude, I hope somebody makes a Super Saiyan head for him because I will so buy it. He's even got the fruit. Like, you got the fruit right there. Dude, I can't stop with this line. I keep buying it.
That's why I have to get out of it because it's too much. They release too many too fast. Can't afford it all.
I can't stop. But to end this video, I have something truly special that is probably going to make your jaw drop that I got off of NECA. And this is also for my friend. And this is probably the biggest thing ever. So before I show this and we wrap the video up, how about you, what are some closing remarks that you want to say to everybody? Anything that you want to plug or mention before I end it with a bang?
Well, there's so much great figures that we just looked at. There's a ton of them on your end, ton of them on mine. If you're looking for reviews on any of these like similar figures, check out those channels I mentioned before. And of course, the Scorpio Caesarcade for all things gaming and retro collecting. That's what I'm here for, and that's all I'm going to plug. I'm tired of plugging myself already at this point. It's just like I started to sound like I'm full of myself. I'm not, but
all right. Well, everybody, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. This was so much fun. I hope to do more figure podcasts like this. It gets me to actually open these damn things up and look at them and maybe display them and play with them.
Remember, open your figs.
Open your figs. Open your figs. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. That's how you join the One Up family. I greatly appreciate it. And if you are subscribed, please share, comment, all that good stuff for this channel. It helps get the content out there, and I'd love more people to be a part of the One Up family. I love interacting with all of you because we're all about community, and that's the most important thing. Community, showing the love, spreading the love. And to spread the love even more, there's nothing more wonderful of spreading the love than the love of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The
Secret
Abuse.
Yes.
Damn, why is that box so damn big?
Because it's like the VHS. It's the VHS set.
That's, you see, I skipped out on that one, but I have the first movie version, which is like the VHS tape.
Oh yeah, I wish I had that one. I don't, but this is the Secret of the.
I love the face sculpts on these a little bit more than the first one.
Yeah.
Especially since Donatello's head sculpt is a lot different than how he looked in part one. That is sweet.
And this is for my friend Lacey. This is her VHS set. I have my VHS set in my turtle shrine. I have a big, huge China cabinet type thing in here that has a bunch of Ninja Turtles and figures and statues, and it's literally filled to the brim. Like 2 rolls are just stacked to the brim with turtle NECA figures that I can't fit anymore in there. But I wanted to show y'all this, and I also wanted to show her what is waiting for her, because I know she really wants to get this. And I'm telling you, NECA is killing it with these turtles. The reason why they're in such high demand because they look like the damn movie. They are so good. And
they came out straight from the movie.
If you slept on, the good thing about it, the slip cover is just like the old VHS box. It's kind of hard to see, but there is that bubble effect. So that when you touch this, you feel it just like the original VHS box. So that's really cool. Yes, it's embossed. And they spared no detail to reenact this VHS cover.
And they use the actual figures in the cover.
They use the actual figures for the pose in the VHS scene, like they did, which is the original scene in the back of the VHS box. So this is a real treat, and that's the perfect way to end this video. So thank you all for watching. This was so much fun. Thank you, Caesar, for coming on with me. It was so good.
Thanks for having me on.
Toys. Yes, man. I'm so happy. I hope we can do it again soon when we have more toys to talk about. But yeah, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. And like always, happy gaming, and let's all one-up our collections together.
One-up our collections.
Bye.
See you, bro.